Hey guys, so in today's video, we'll be covering a new build of Menagerie Death Knight. This build changes up from the last version as the leeches were nerfed. This build is still kind of the same premise, but running different removal cards and value cards that can keep us going up to the mid game, applying a bunch of pressure to the opponent. It's still the same kind of playstyle of rushing attack into face and killing them before we get to turn 9. I do hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, so Druid is it's kind of an easier matchup. The game plan is just face. Face is the place. We're playing like a hunter here, where we use most of our minions to go straight into the opponent's face, and then try to use our spells optimally to remove their minions, while keep applying face pressure with our minions. They don't really have the best of removal right now, so going wide is kind of okay as long as they don't got like one health. No, swipe. But right now, as it goes, we're probably just going to play our demon to get some secrets up. Hopefully, get a Oasis ally. Okay, not this time. Oasis ally is really good. Gives them a body. It's quite a thick body. But this time, we've got some draw power and ice trap, which is good here because it allows us, or it allows them to have to miss a turn and allows us another turn of no minions. He'll probably trade, which is fine here because if he trades, we can clean up with Ferriston. Okay, he's gonna clear. That's fine. We still have Verison. Now, if I'm lucky, Verison will clear that for me and I don't have to think about it. I'm not lucky. Okay, that's fair. That is very fair. That's fine though. He'll trade, and we still have a bunch of cleanup tools in our hand, so it's not even that much of a problem. To be honest, we have a lot of plays. Okay, annoying, not the end of the world. Um, want to minimize how much he heals here because I don't want to deal any extra damage. So yeah, we'll just use that there. And then we'll probably just trade in and then drop down a bunch of bodies. We traded the Murmy that we just played. Not just played, sorry, the one we just already had. Because the other one has reborn. So we don't mind losing it and getting some more corpses. So that way Corpsicle can be live again. You don't really want to use Corpsicle unless you have to. If you don't have enough corpses. And in here, we're just going to build up a bigger board. It's just a 4-4. It's swinging into one thing at most. So we can kind of just clear it now. It's not much of a problem for us to deal with, because we still have bodies afterwards, and he still is struggling to really remove them. If he plays another one, then we can clear with Corpsicle. Yeah, so we'll just play Corpsicle and Horizon's Edge, and hopefully Horizon's Edge hits it at least twice, so we can clear it with Corpsicle, and then swing everything else face. It's quite nice. If it doesn't, if Horizon's Edge hits it once, we can just trade him with Eliza, buff our guys, and do more damage to face. So whichever one is more efficient, we'll kind of do. But as you can see here, like they're struggling to have to deal with the board, and they don't have many minions on the board in the first place. So as long as we keep hitting the ones in array, okay, that's one gone. That's fine. Honestly, like one less removal card. So hopefully this hits, and okay, perfect. We can clean up with Corpsicle and throw everything at the face. That is really, really nice. And what's lovely about this is right now we have an undead beast and two undead pirates. And with Menagerie Jug, it gives 3 different attributed creatures buffs. So because they all got a different secondary type, they'll all get a buff from Menagerie Jug. That's really nice. So if we can see a Menagerie Jug here, it'd be perfect. Perfect. That's the perfect objective. So we just Menagerie Jug here and just get a bunch of damage to face. We don't want to trade here. It's just not worth it. His hero power gives him too much value, and we force him to have to trade into our board, which we don't mind too much because it all has reborn. So yeah, just throw that all into face, and we'll just see what we haven't really got much next turn to play. You'll probably clear Eliza, so we'll probably just drop the Creature of Madness and hopefully get a good Dark Gift creature. And oh, the Menagerie Mug. So we don't play it because it doesn't give enough stats for its cost, but discovering it for a reduced cost when I have 1 mana left, that's just perfect. So that just means he has to put more into trading to deal with our stuff, which is even better. And he's so low here that we probably kill him next turn, or the turn afterwards if he heals. But if he heals, it's a turn less dedicated to going on the board. So that's even more fine. Let's see what he's gonna heal. Okay, that is actually fine. Because he has to kill our guys twice, it's not much of a problem. At most, we'll probably lose 2 guys on this turn, and so we can then just kind of clean up and clear with what we have left. When I say clean up, by the way, I mean like his face. I don't mean his creatures. We're not gonna trade. There's just no point. Okay, so yeah, at this point, taunting up. Okay, no, that's fine. That is fine. Not coping here, not sieving. No, no, it should be fine still. I think even with that and that, we have Corpsicle in hand. It's got enough corpses. We can kind of just. Oh, that makes it so much easier. Yeah, there you go. So Corpsicle and Leech Breath, just deal with that cleanly. And then if I get lucky, Horizon's Edge just kills off one of them. Perfect. And then we can Ghouls Night, kill the other one. Okay, there we go. And then Horizon Face, yeah. We have Corpsicle back because we had 3 or more corpses. So basically, we have lethal next turn. That's solid. Solid, solid, solid. Yeah, at this point, there's nothing more the Druid can really do. They've used 2 healing spells already, so there isn't much more in their arsenal unless they discovered it. So. And they're using they're using the free, so they're not drawing cards. So what are they trying to do? You know, when opponents play out like this, I have to assume that they have a quest they want to complete, and so they're just trying to they know they've lost. We'll just play as many cards as they can, so I can get the most value from the game. That's what I have to think. Because normally you would just use all your search cards and draw cards to try and find an out here. I'll try and find something I can heal, because you know that I have a Corpsicle in hand. Yeah, no, he hasn't got it. Cool. This is a nice game. There we go, we got the well played. And yeah, I call this over. So yeah, overall, Druid is pretty nice. If you do kind of that bunch of face pressure, get through the heals, it's kind of hard for them to really deal with you. Okay, so we'll go on to our next game. Okay, so Priest is a bit of a hard one because if they're playing Zurimi Priest, then I don't think we have to be very quick. And they're playing Zurimi. Okay. Oh, so this is a hard matchup because if the game takes too long, they just win. And in the early game, they just want to kind of stall you out. So we need to kind of apply a bunch of pressure as soon as possible. So that way, by the time they get out, there's Remy, they're dead. Like, they don't have the opportunity to do it. So we really don't want to trade unless absolutely necessary. Like, and if you're wondering why I coined that out, it's because I don't want him to trade into my bodies and kill them and get free heals. So I want bodies that are harder to trade into, where he will lose his bodies to trade into. Because, like I said, his goal is to just stop me from playing things. Okay. Let's see, I want to try and clear this. As I know right now, I don't think Priest has any selective damaging cards, so he's just gonna just draw. He's gonna ignore it, like more stuff like that. I'm not gonna mind too much, especially when I top deck that. That right there is probably one of the best top decks for me. Especially with Corpsicle right now, I couldn't get it back. And yeah, see, here we go. Here's some of the taunts we're playing. So it does put me in a bit of a awkward situation, but it's fine because there you go. Horizon's Edge just loves to let me clear up. Your face, and now I have just more tools to deal with his stuff. Just keep applying face pressure. Right now it's good. There isn't much defense he's putting up that I haven't been able to clear. This is a body that I might just try go around instead of dealing with it. Actually, I could deal with it. I've got the Frost Strike Whistles free. It's interesting. There we go. And he can only swing into one thing, which will swing into the Leech every time, so we don't really mind too much. As long as the Mosquito survives, it keeps making our board bigger, we are more than fine. Yeah, that's not doing anything. That is annoying. But not impossible to deal with. Would be better if that did something though. That's fine, it's fine. There we go. That's what we like to see. Frost Strike it. And we can get some really interesting plays going. Yeah, just keep going face because he's so close to lost, like 2 health. There isn't much they can really do at this point to stop me because I have Zephyr in hand, and cool, they play my board. Zephrys will just give me the means to deal damage to face. Like, let's see, what does it want to give me? Okay, they gave it up anyway. So, yeah, but yeah, there you go. See, so that's kind of how you want to beat Priest. It's just a face game, not much more. Okay, so this next game is against Hunter. Now, Hunter is a matchup where it really is a case of who can hit the face while also like dealing with the board the best. Because if he goes with my board and I can't respond, then I lose. So it's honestly like a battle of the board to hit the face. It's a very interesting game because they have a lot of go wide means. But like, while we don't have as much go wide means as they do, we have a lot of deal with the board means. So this can be anyone's game, really and truthfully. Like my goal here is to kind of just go quite wide with decent bodies, like right here, because he's played the Animal Companion card, so he knows he's gonna play them. So we just want means to be able to deal with them effectively. Yeah, so there's Misha comes out, which is more than fine. We have these guys comes out, and as long as as long as none of them hits Misha, that's fine. So we'll just trade into it and go face. He hasn't got any board, so he's gonna really struggle with dealing with mine. My board is just being small but decent, and that Zephyr in hand is just more face damage. Like this right here, it seems like an issue, but honestly, like yeah, no, we don't think about it. That Oasis Allies just lets me just go face because whatever he swings into, I get a bigger body for it. So it's more than fine. Like yeah, like boom, Oasis Allies. And then if he goes to face, then Richard doesn't, it's fine. Oh wait, no, he does. There you go. Explosive shot just takes out the Huffer, and that's it. I won't lie to you, that is just how quick and swingy the games can go, really. I still had Zephyr in hand to do a bunch more damage, so there wasn't much you could do. Okay, as that last game was so short, we'll have a game here against Rogue. Now, Rogue is very interesting because honestly, their whole deck is just that 2 cost that you bounce back to hand and then replay, and it plays a bunch of bodies. Outside of that card, like I don't really think Rogue has much in terms of dealing with the board, or let's say filling up the board. But that card is so strong in itself. Like it is that with the Shadow Step cards. It's good all by itself. I hate that card so much. Like if I see it, it's a kill on sight. If they tempo it out, I'm gonna kill it the moment I see it. Yeah, yeah, you know, I'm not letting you Shadow Step that. That's dying immediately because that can just cause so much tempo and screw me over. So right now, we're just gonna keep applying board pressure, and if I can set up the Menagerie Jug, would be really nice. Okay, thank you there, sir. You've now given me an undead beast. Honestly, right now, it's just... yeah, it's wide and aggro. I don't think Rogue has much in terms of board clearing. They have that random killer enemy minion, but nothing else. Okay, what are we gonna get? Okay, take control of an enemy minion. That can come in actually really good later if he tries to use something with blocker. Like right now, I've got so many bodies. I just go face. I haven't really got much more. His health is already less than half, so just keep going face to deal with him. Because he struggles to deal with a wide board like this, it becomes a bit of an issue. Like my guys having reborn, really nice. Because I still have them after all of what he's done, and I have a Menagerie Jug to play right here. go. Just send them all face. And now with Corpsicle in hand, I have lethal. So, and Rogue isn't known to have much natural healing unless they play that. You know, that's that's some healing right there. It's kind of annoying, but well, it's fine. We can still work out a lethal out here. We have 2 Corpsicles in hand, so really and truthfully. There we go. We'll have lethal next turn. I'm not dead, so we've got double Corpsicles, which will deal 6 damage. Hero power, which is 7. And then we can take control of one of an enemy minion and steal 1 protection damage. So we are honestly fine. Yeah, we just win here. That, honestly, just super aggro in the face. His Templars don't mean anything, and I'm so glad because those would really destroy our board because our board's so low health. Yeah, goals to the face, and we win. So that's just kind of how these games kind of go with Menagerie Death Knight, the version 2 build. It's just face is the place still, with more bodies. Anyway, guys, I do hope you enjoy the video. Like and subscribe if you're liking the content. And in the next video, I plan to do for Hearthstone, it should be a Shaman list, because Shaman's my favorite class, and I would love to have some Shaman gameplay on the channel, even if it's kind of at its worst right now. You know, I'm gonna cling on to that cope. But yeah, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.